Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then hello, welcome. So I've just got ready on camera today, but we have been answering your assumptions about me. I was scared to do this video just because people can be mean. I didn't want people to like assume horrible things, but yous are all lovely all the time anyway. So they weren't bad, they were very good, and I feel like, or you'll see, you learn a bit more about me. I get a bit emotional, but I didn't cry. Just, you know, I felt like I was opening up, and I don't know how I feel about it. But anyway, we're gonna crack on with the video, but before we start, please can you like this video, subscribe and all that good stuff. If you want to hear more about me while I get ready, then please keep on watching. Hi guys, welcome back. Today's video, I'm gonna get ready and I just thought, I've seen this going about, I'm gonna just do an assumptions video. I was scared just in case people were mean. But I mean, I've had a little look. They're not the end of the world. They're generally normal assumptions to make. So yeah, we're just gonna get ready and I'm gonna answer some. I'm just trying to get them up. So the first one is, you are real and genuine and don't lie about liking products. PS, love the content. Well, thank you, first off. I'm really glad everyone's loving it. I mean, I like to think I'm real and genuine on here. That is one thing that you do worry about when coming onto YouTube. You want to make sure that you are yourself. And yeah, I feel like I'm no different than what I am in person. And no, I don't lie about liking products. You've probably seen already on my channel that like, even like the other day when I was trying out new products, like the Born to Glow, like, just because everyone else loves it, I'm not necessarily gonna say I like it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I said that in that video that everyone is different, everyone's skin is different, so it might work really well for some people and it might not work with others. I do like the foundation now. It's okay, I do like it. Again, it's not one of my favourite. I don't like the concealer, but yeah, I'm not gonna just say I like it because everyone else does. I will be real with you. The next one is, you prefer city holidays to beach holidays. Right now, I'll take what I can get. Do you know what I mean? I just need a holiday, but I don't know. I like both, but I would definitely say that growing up, I've always, like my family holidays and things, we've always been like touristy. Like we would never go on holiday and just go like all-inclusive anywhere. Like I hardly ever go all-inclusive. I like to see the place that I am going to. So I mean, in that sense, yeah, I probably do prefer like cities because I feel like obviously they are more touristy and you see more of the place, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I just feel like growing up, I've always, like my dad, like we love going on walks and seeing where we are. Like, do you know what I mean? Actually seeing the country instead of just going to somewhere and laying on the beach. I mean, don't get me wrong, some places you have to do that because there isn't much to do, but I like to see where I'm at. In that sense, yeah, I mean, city holidays, I just love city breaks. Like, it can literally be 2 days, but just them 2 days away, it just changes like your mood. It just sort of gives you that break that you need. Literally, it can just need 2 days and you're fine. You're like, I'm back again. I'm like, I've had my holiday, I'm cool. The next one, you hate confrontation. Right, so I'm gonna put this out of this now. Most of these questions, and as I did go through, I'm a Gemini, so I am 2 personalities to a T. I'm so split in the middle, so it really just depends what mood I'm in. That's like with most of these questions. But yeah, with confrontation, I'm not a confrontational person. Don't get me wrong, I'm very, not opinionated, but like if someone does something, I will straight up tell you. Like, it's not that I don't like confrontational in that sense. I suppose if it's needed, then like, okay, yeah, I'll be a bit confrontational, but I hate unnecessary confrontation. I will try to avoid it as much as possible, and especially if it's not my own confrontation. I hate when I'm surrounded by confrontational. I find it so awkward and I want the ground to swallow me up. I literally hate it. But most of the time that's because like if you're out and there's just like unnecessary confrontation, I just think, oh, what's the point? Like, I do try to avoid it as much as possible. And I think if I've got the ump with you, then like just know that I've got the ump with you. Like, I must be fuming because I will try to avoid it. My boyfriend will laugh and like my sister will laugh because obviously they're like little bickers. Like, I'm not confrontational in that sense. I argue with them sometimes, but when it comes to like friends or like I say when I'm out, yeah, confrontational's not for me. I just can't really be bothered for it. That's what I'm saying. If I am got the ump with you or I argue with you, like, just know like you've annoyed me. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a reason behind it. I'm not just looking for an argument. Like, I hate it. Like, I literally cannot stand it. I'm very much, and that's what I mean by I'm a Gemini, because there's definitely some times where I will just blurt out with something and the girls are like, oh, are you okay? Like, I'll be like, no, I'm not, I'm really annoyed. So yeah, I feel like I'm not all the time, so when I am, just know. But yeah, that is that. The next question is, you never knew, well, assumption I mean, you never knew how much you'd love makeup before starting as an MUA. This is 1,000,000% true, and I hate saying it because sometimes I feel like a fraud, because I see all these makeup artists and they're like, oh, I've loved makeup since like I can remember, like since I was a baby, and not baby but like a young girl. And I'm gonna be real with you, that was not me. I mean, I've always been like half girly, half tomboy. Like, loads of parts of me don't care about my appearance and don't care what I look like and things like that, and then there's part of me that obviously I'm a makeup artist for a living. Like, obviously I care about my makeup, and when I go out I like to look nice, but I'm very much split. So yeah, like before I started makeup, like it wasn't a thing for me. It really wasn't, and I don't know why. I really don't. I mean, I've always loved fashion and like girly things. Like, part of me's always been girly. Like, even now, like I love getting dressed up and going out and things like that. That's never changed, but I never thought I would be a makeup artist. I just fell in love with it, and honestly, like, they always say the best things happen unexpectedly. Like, genuinely, it was one of the best things that I fell in love with, because I feel like I found what I'm good at. And like, I've always said this, like, I didn't go to uni and stuff because part of the reason was that I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't have a talent, I didn't have a hobby, yeah, there was nothing. So like, now, I said this to my friends the other day, I feel like I've found what I'm good at and like what I'm supposed to do. And yeah, like, honestly, I get upset talking about it because it's crazy like how different it is. My god, what is wrong with me? Yeah, like, I love it. I know it was the best thing that ever happened. So I'm gonna stop because I'm getting quiet and I don't know why. And that's funny because there is another question to say that I'm like soppy, and we're just gonna move on. Because yeah, but I never expected this, but I love it and I would never change it now for the world. Oh, it's literally the next one, that's why. You love soppy films / series. Yes. I literally, to be fair, I'm very much, I love any series, any film, I love it, but I love a good cry. I mean, to be fair, I was just getting emotional, but I've not actually cried in quite a long while, I don't think, unless it's at a soppy film or series. And I am, ask my friends, I'm that person that gets way too invested in films and in series. Like, it affects me physically and personally. On a real note, like, I literally, if I finish a series, or like if there's a character I like, if there's a relationship on a series that I like I'm invested. I'm there for it. So yeah, I do love soppy thingies, and I love crying at things. The amount of times my boyfriend just laughs at me now, he's just used to it. I will literally be sitting there crying and he's like, what are you crying at? And I'm like, oh, this program. And he's like, it's not real. And I'm like, no, but to me it is. Like, I'm that invested. Like, I sound like a weirdo, but I'm that invested. I love it. But again, I do like anything. I love any genre. Like, I'm a bit of a weirdo. Yeah, I'm very soppy and I cry like a big baby, and it really affects me. But I wouldn't want it any other way. It's my little escape. Like, I feel like, do you know what, that's not actually bad that I'm crying at something that's not real. At least I'm not crying in real life, because I actually haven't cried in a while, I don't think. But I mean, I cry at like The Voice and stuff, but so does my mum and so does my sister. Like, we're just very emotional people. You prefer tracksuit and trainers to dress and heels? At this moment in time, yes. Tracksuit and trainers, oh my god, that is what I like to wear. I mean, at the moment, like, tracksuits are the best thing in the world. I mean, that is what we live in, and I feel like when I get a new tracksuit, like, it just makes me so happy. Tracksuits is like, the way you wear a tracksuit has changed so much. Before, when I was younger, you'd put a tracksuit on when you're having like a really bad day, like, and you're not making an effort whatsoever. But I feel like now a tracksuit, actually, you can put it on, you dress it up, and you're like, I'm in my best outfit, like, I'll go out like this, and I'm not mad about it. I love that it's that way. I'm just comfy, like, I am comfortable, but I do love dressing up, and I love going out in dressing heels. Maybe more dresses than heels. I will try to avoid heels as much as possible. I honestly can't tell you the last time I put a pair of heels on. I don't even think when we come out of lockdown, because we weren't like going to clubs and stuff, like, I don't think I really put on heels then. And like, I can take or leave heels. I love like dress and sandals in the summer, a cute little dress and sandals, or like, you know, like espadrilles or mules or something. Or even like, I love that they brought back like block heels, or like them flip-flop heels or mules, like all things like that. Like, I'd rather that than a big pair of heels. I got burgled before and they took all of my heels, all my nice heels, but I just didn't repurchase them because I was just sort of over them. I mean, I'm talking nice heels, and I just thought I don't wear them enough now to spend that money on them. So yeah, I'm definitely a trainers and heel tracksuit sort of girl any day of the week. I always find these ones awkward. You've been brought up privileged. No, I mean, don't get me wrong, I hate when people say this, but it's true. Like, I was brought up normal, comfortable, just normal. And like, my parents, yeah, they, like I said, I went on nice holidays, and they would always try their best to like give me and my sister the best stuff, and they've done a great, like, do you know what I mean? They would give us anything, and I've had such a good childhood. But I wouldn't say I was brought up privileged. I always knew that, like, obviously money doesn't grow on trees and you've got to work for it. It was like always a thing that I used to say, that I actually really loved the fact that my parents, they would get me stuff, but they'd make me like aware that this is for doing a certain thing, or it's just not handed to me. And that always stuck with me, and I will go on to raise my kids like that. I feel like it was such a good way. But I've also seen the other side of things. So now my parents are split, so from the age of 16, of course, naturally your life, if you are from a single parent family, or your mum dad split up or whatever, you know that like when that happens, yeah, your life does change a little bit, not for the worse, but of course things are going to change. So I have seen both sides to it, and I was 16, so I was at the age where I knew, like, do you know what I mean? And I went out and I got a job straight away. One thing, I've always liked the nicer things in life, so if I want it, I have to work for it, and I always have worked since I was 16. I definitely had such a good childhood, but I wasn't brought up privileged. When I was younger, I didn't have to think of it, like, in a sense, but now, since I was 18, like, I pay rent, do you know what I mean? I do all that stuff, and I see people that don't at my age, and I don't think, oh, lucky them, they don't have to pay rent, I pay rent. No, it just sets me up to be more prepared in the future. So yeah, I've definitely not been brought up privileged, but I've definitely had nice things in life, and my mum and dad are amazing. So the next one, you love being in a relationship. Well, if I said I didn't, then Harry would be like, oh, okay. No, I'm joking. Of course I love being in a relationship. I've always been I mean, Harry's my first proper relationship anyway. Yeah, he's my first boyfriend. Obviously, before that, I'd like, speak to people and stuff. And even that, like, I've never, like, the girls, we always used to say it, like, I've never been, like, the single one that just, like, goes crazy. Like, I'm not like that. I've always sort of either been, like, talking to someone, seeing someone, or I've been with Harry since I was 17, so I've always been in a relationship. And I think when you're with the right person, yeah, of course I love being in a relationship. Not to give him a bigger head than he already has, because I don't want to, but I'm very lucky that I have Harry, and I'm very happy. And I'm not just saying that because we're on camera. Genuinely, yeah, I am, and I love being in a relationship. I think where I have been with Harry for so long now, we have just moulded into one. We know each other, like, we know each other really well, so there's not really like don't get me wrong, we've had our fair share of crazy back in the day, but now we are very much settled and like we just know each other better now, so our relationship's a lot happier. So of course I like being in a relationship like that because it's so much easier, it's less stress, it's less ag. Like I say, don't get me wrong, like we bicker and I don't like confrontation, but like with him, like maybe I do a little bit. But I mean, like, do you know what I mean? I'm not like, genuinely I'm not a confrontation. He will be like, oh, you liar, and I'm like, no, genuinely I'm not a confrontational person, so I don't want to be arguing with him. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm like that person that will start it and then I'll be like, oh, actually I don't really want to argue anymore, I don't like it. Yeah, I feel like when you are in the right relationship, of course relationships are really good. That assumption is true. The next one is you want to do this full time. Yes, 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 and yes. If it's not YouTube full time, it's like I know for a fact like I want to do makeup for full time. Of course I'm loving doing YouTube. Ideally, yes, I want to do YouTube full time, but if anything, like makeup 100% will be my full-time job. I'm manifesting it, like I want to be doing this full time. I know that this is what I want to do and I feel like I've found what I'm good at, and I just want to be doing it full time. But things like this take time and I'm very sensible in a sense that I don't want to rush it. I want to make sure that I'm ready to do it full time before I actually do it. The day I can do this full time, I'm telling you now, it will be a good day. Next one, you are always really motivated. Again, the Gemini in me, I can either be so motivated to the point where I don't give myself enough time to breathe, or no, I will lay in bed all day and I will be the laziest person in the world, and people know that I can be like that. Do you know what? It's all about balance. I mean, at the moment, because obviously I'm enjoying it and I know what I want and like I've got my goals and like I say, to do this full time, I'm motivated. I'm very motivated to do it. I touched on this, I think I've touched on this, but like I feel like I'm 21 now, time's getting on. Not that I'm old, the next couple of years are crucial for me to set up my career and my life and stuff. So I know what I want, so at the moment, yeah, I'm very motivated, but that's not to say sometimes I can't be bothered. I said that in my last video, I found this week really hard to get motivated and things like that, but then today I woke up and I woke up in the best mood, and this is the earliest I filmed all week or done a look all week. I was just so excited today to film and stuff, so I was motivated and I got up and I'm doing it. I mean, it's like anything, and it's okay if you're not always motivated, like you don't have to be. I'm more motivated this year than ever, but that is because I've made a self-conscious effort of like putting my goals out there. Last night I made a vision board. Oh, I've choked. I've been manifesting. I know some people think this is so ridiculous, like manifestation and things like that, but I am into it. I'm so into it. And just even if it doesn't come true, I feel like, even though it is going to come true. Even if you're not doing it for that, but to get up and I've got the things I've got to do today and my goals, and just keeping that keeps me in check. I'll get up and I think, oh, I've got to do it because I've wrote it down. And I actually watched Sid and Elle's little video, like their last video, and they was talking about it, and they said about the feeling of ticking it off to say you've done it is the best thing, and it genuinely is, and that's what keeps me motivated. So yeah, at the moment I am very motivated. I always have been motivated, but I definitely have my days or my weeks even where I'm just like, can't be bothered today. Like, it's not happening, and that's absolutely fine. And I actually feel so much better sometimes when I have my down days, because then the next day I'm like, right, I didn't do anything yesterday, I've got to get up and I've got to get sorted and I've got to do it. So if you feel like rubbish, take it, like take your time, don't force it. And I'll notice as well, sorry I'm rambling, but if I'm doing a makeup look and I'm not in the mood to do that makeup look, there's no point, because I'm not going to like it, I'm not going to get a nice picture, I'm not going to be feeling it, so it'll just be a waste. Yeah, if you're not feeling it, don't feel it. I mean, I love a day in bed. If people that know me know, I will get in that bed and I will not move for the day. Like, don't even ask me a question. Because I will not move. But yeah, at the moment I am super motivated. I'm just gonna quickly do my brows and then I'm gonna come back because it's long. So I got a couple about like, well, I've got different sides of the spectrum. Like you have loads of friends, or like you keep your circle small. Yes, I keep my circle small. I mean, I feel like as you get older, everyone does. I feel like you don't have loads of friends as you get older, just because that's life. But I love my friends to death. I have the bestest friends ever. Again, I'm not just saying that like I feel like I'm not saying it just because I have to say it. Genuinely, I have the bestest friends ever. And yeah, I keep them small, but I'd rather have 6 friends and know that I can count on every single one of them, rather than having 10 friends and actually I only talk to a couple of them, and if I needed something, only a couple of them would be there. I know, hands down, I have 4 main friends, like in my friendship group. If I needed them in the middle of the night, they'd be there, and I know that. And then I have a couple of friends that I've known since I was little, and I know that they are friends for all of my friends now. I'm at that point, we're friends for life. Like there is no different. And I just feel like as you get older, yeah, keep your circle small, because you don't need loads of friends. When I was in school, yeah, you had friends, and it's natural to fall out with people. It's not, do you know what I mean? It's not the end of the world. But if you've got a few good friends that you know that are always going to be there for you and are good friends. I'm lucky I've got my sister. My sister is my best friend. I've got some of her friends that like I would count as my friends, you know what I mean? So I do have people like around me, but like my friendship group, yeah, like we're small. We keep ourselves to ourselves, and I'm not like, I don't not like it, do you know what I mean? I actually like keeping it small. I feel like with friendship, they're like any relationship, like they shouldn't be causing you ag, they shouldn't be causing you stress, and yeah, we're just we're really happy in our friendship group. We don't have drama, although some of you might think we do. We don't. We get on with our lives. Like we don't have to see each other every single day. We don't have to be inseparable. Obviously we can't at the moment, but even still, like we all have, most of us have boyfriends, so we don't see each other all the time. But I know that if I needed them, they would be there, and when we do go out, oh, we go out, like, and we have the best times. But yeah, I've done the big friendship groups in the past, and it's not always worked out the best. That is the case when you get older. You have loads of friends, and then it gets smaller as you grow up. Even this determines true friends, and I can tell you now, I have the best. So that is that. Small circles any day of the week. You hated school. Now, I was a bit of a nerd in school, actually. Oh, I can't lie. So obviously I went secondary, we're gonna go from secondary school because I'm not counting primary, but secondary school, then I went to sixth form, which was a completely different school, and then I went on to like a college, like just a quick like business college sort of thing afterwards. So I've got 3 different types of education, and don't get me wrong, by the end of it I was like, I'm done with it. I don't want to be in education anymore. I want to work. Secondary school, I loved it. I did love secondary school. Both sides of things. I was a bit of a nerd, don't get me wrong. I'm a goody two-shoes. I liked school. I'm not even going to deny it. I was like in an alright group. We weren't popular. That's another question. I weren't popular, but we had an alright group, but I was still wanted to do well. My GCSEs, you saw what I got, but I'm not naturally clever. I had to work hard for them, and I did. I worked very hard for my GCSEs. I take pride in that because I literally revised so much, and I'm not going to deny it. But yeah, I loved school, and I loved the social of it as well. That probably more. Sixth form, I loved. I mean, like I said in the Who Knows Me Better video, all my friends are from sixth form. We had the best time in sixth form. I loved it. Not so much the A levels. I think that's when it started to go a bit downhill. Not downhill, like I'd still done okay. I can't really remember what I got, but I was just sort of over education at that point. So yeah, sixth form for me was definitely more of the social. I just love, that's always what I say, like if you're in school and you're watching this, I mean obviously you're not at the moment, like, and I'm actually sad for you because you're missing out some of the best years of your life. Yeah, you might hate school, but I would do anything to go to school and see my friends every day. Do you know what I mean? Like obviously now we definitely can't see each other. Even before, when you're all working and you've all got your separate lives, like I say, we don't have to see each other every day, but I loved it when we did. Sixth form was the best 2 years ever. Even A-levels, like I still done all right. Like I weren't the worst in the world, but definitely was over it. I mean, I loved school. And then yeah, Quest, it was only 6 months, so it weren't a big deal, but I think I was just sort of over it. Because like I said, I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I didn't want to go uni because I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I went to a college to try and get me a bit more of a qualification to get the job that I'm in now. So obviously I'm grateful for it in that sense, because that's how I got my job, but it was just a stepping stone for me to get a job. It wasn't, don't get me wrong, I made good friends there and like I had a good time there and whatever, but yeah, I was over it. I wanted to work. I wouldn't say hate. Well, hate's a strong word, but definitely wasn't my favourite. Oh, the next one. You would get surgery. Okay, we being real today? Let's be real. I have had surgery. A lot of people don't know this, but I have. I have had my boobs done and it was the best thing ever. And I hate talking about this because obviously I watch YouTube and I know it can get a bit controversial, like you shouldn't be promoting it, blah blah blah. But I mean, I don't want to go into too much detail, but yes, I've had my boobs done. It wasn't for I want big boobs, blah blah blah. I actually had one bigger than the other, and it was substantially bigger than the other, and it was my biggest insecurity ever. I don't know why this video is making me emotional. I feel like I'm proper opening up to you and I don't like it. I hated it. I knew I wanted a boob job before I wanted to be a makeup artist. When I was at the age where I grew boobs and I knew they weren't normal, and I know people are gonna say like everyone's got one big boob than the other. No, like mine was substantially different. Yeah, from the moment I grew boobs, I was like, I'm telling you now, the day I turn 18, the first thing I'm doing is getting a consultation to have my boobs done. Like, yeah, it was something that I wouldn't wear tops. I hated wearing bikinis. I hated it. Like, I literally would look at myself every day and it would be on my mind. So yeah, I had it done and it was the best thing I've ever done. And then that is one thing I think about when I think about surgery, like each their own. If you want it, if it's an insecurity of you, I'm on that side of things where I know how it affected my life when I didn't have it, and now like I say, it was the best thing I've done, so I know what it's like to be on that side of things. Of course, you get people that have ridiculous amounts of surgery and like look ridiculous, like I get that, and that I'm not saying is a good thing, but if it's an insecurity of yours, and like I said, I thought of it every single day until the moment I got it done. That leads on to, would I get any more surgery? I always joke about wanting my nose done. I don't think I ever would, because one, I don't think about it often enough. It's not that much of an insecurity of mine to me get it done. I was booked in to get filler in there because I've got a bit of a bump, and I booked in to get filler and it got cancelled because of lockdown. And I was booked in for the November, it got cancelled, and then obviously we was like let out for a little bit, I think like over the Christmas period and stuff, whatever, and they actually asked if I wanted to rebook it, and in them 2 months I hadn't thought about it enough to get it. So I feel like that's a really good example of like, I'm not going to get something unless I know. And my boobs was, and even I didn't go, like no one ever notices about my boobs because I didn't go from tiny to massive, like that wasn't the point for me. I literally just went a little bit bigger and to even them out. Now I go on holiday and I wear a bikini, not even like correct, like do you know what I mean? I'm not like that way inclined, but I'll wear my bikini and I feel confident, and that is the main thing. So yeah, that is my answer. I don't think I'd get anything else done. You wear the pants in the relationship. I'm gonna ask Harry what he thinks if he answers. He's not gonna answer. Doesn't work. I'll answer it what I think, and then if he rings me back, we'll get it with. Genuinely speaking, I don't even like that saying, like you wear the pants, because I don't really get it. I don't think I do, to be honest. I don't, and I don't think he does. I don't think it's a thing really for us. I think it sort of depends on the situation. Oh, okay, here we go. Hello. I'm filming an assumptions video, and someone said they assumed that I wear the pants in the relationship. What do you think? What? What? I don't wear the pants, are you sure? What do you mean? Ah! Shut up, he's got foundation on. I've just answered a surgery question and you've gone, your lip's gone. Oh, don't worry. You've just told me I've got no lip. I'll get lip filler next. Fucking hell. What, you don't wear the pants now? Or I don't wear the pants now? I think we're quite equal. Do you think we're equal?
I know you don't. What?
Do you think we're quite equal?
Yeah.
I think we are. I was going to say that. I weren't even going to toot my own horn.
Yeah, I wouldn't say one wears more than the other. That's quite equal.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We're so balanced.
You try sometimes, but...
And so do you. You try it. You try it and you get backhander. So, yeah, like he said, I think we're quite equal. I think some of us try to wear the pants sometimes, but it doesn't work. I think it just depends on the situation. I am like very organised and he's not, so in that sense I'm like keeping him in check in that way. But then there's things that I don't have a clue about, even though I pretend that I do, and obviously he does, so he will take control in that sense. But wearing the pants, I don't know, it's a weird concept. The next, I should have kept him on the phone for this one because he's just gonna hate me. But the next one is, you want kids soon? No, I'm 21, I'm not crazy, but it's apparent to quite a few people that I'm broody. Not to say I'm having a baby anytime soon, but I like the idea of being a bit younger, being a mum. Not too young. Obviously I want to be able to give that child a good life, like, do you know what I mean? I don't want to be crazy, like I'm definitely not ready to bring a child into this world. But I'm so, I don't know why, but I'm so excited to have children that I think that's why people think I want kids soon. To me, I feel like that's gonna be like such a good time for us, that I'm like, it doesn't scare me in that sense. Not panicked, because I just know that it's gonna be so good when it happens. But no, not anytime soon. I'm 21, but I probably, like, the girls always joke and say like, you'll be the first, and that probably is true. I probably will be, but not anytime soon. 2-3 years, he's gonna hate me. I cannot wait for the day. He knows, everyone knows, everyone laughs at me. Well, that says it. So yeah, next one, you're confident. So I mean, to a certain extent I am, because I do this, do you know what I mean? I feel like I wouldn't be able to do this if I wasn't confident. So I feel like I can't sit here and be like, no, I'm so shy, because clearly not. But I feel like my confidence has grown. My mum and my sister told me the other day that they was watching my videos and they was getting upset, because, you know, that's what we do. Because they have seen my, oh God, what is wrong with me today? I just can't stop like tearing up, and I don't know what's wrong with me. I feel like they have seen my confidence like grow. Like, don't get me wrong, I've always been a weirdo and I've always been a bit nuts as a child. Like, my family always said it, like I was a bit crazy. So I've always been, yeah, confident in that sense. But this has 110% helped me. And I am definitely more of a person that I am the loudest in the room, but you need to get to know me first. Well, literally for the first 10 minutes, like going into an environment that I might not know a few people, the first 10 minutes I'm quiet. I like to see what I'm dealing with, and do you know what I mean? Like I'm not in your face, but yeah, give me 10 minutes and once you know me, like, I am the loudest. But not all the time, and it's not always been like that. When I'm with people that I'm used to being around and stuff, then I don't shut up. Right, yeah, the next assumption was you're the mum of the group. I think I am. Not in a bad way, like I'm very much all up for a laugh. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm not like, oh mum, I'm going home early. But if someone is drunker than me, and this isn't just in my friends, this is with like anyone really. Like when Harry's always drunker than me, oh my God. I'm not even getting on the subject of my boyfriend drunk. But like when my sister's drunk, like I am just the one that like snaps out of it and is like, right, okay, time to go home, like time to get sorted. I just always have been. Like, I will be drunk and I'll be having a good time. It's not like I'm the mum was like, oh, like, you got to get home, blah blah blah. Like, I'm not like that. But there is definitely a part of me that when like we need to get home, or if something happens, like I'm there. I'm the organised one, like I said before, even with Harry, like with my friends, like I am the organiser. I book the holidays, I make sure we're ready with everything. Like, I'm just that way inclined. So in that sense, I am the mum of the group. But I feel like our group's not, like, we all take turns to be like the mum, and I don't think we're that crazy where we need like a mum to be like, do you know what I mean? Like we're all quite relatively responsible. But yeah, in terms of like organising and getting us together, and not getting us together like going out, I mean like getting us ready to go on holiday. Like that is me, but we take it in turns. I feel like we touched on this, but it said you were popular in school. I always had a good group of friendships. I don't really think there was a popular group like as such. Like it weren't like, oh, you're the popular mean girls. Like no, wasn't like that. There was, I mean, in secondary school especially, there was like sides of the year. So there was like groups from that side of the year and groups from us side of the year. Yeah, I always had a lot of friends, and like, do you know what I mean? Like I say, I just like to get on with everyone. I don't like to be too involved. Like as you get older, like I'm not really friends with anyone from secondary school. I mean, I see people out and I always say hello, but I just, yeah, I don't think there was really a popular group. I had friends, I was lucky I never got bullied and things like that. So yeah, I mean, it was good. I liked school, like, you know. Yeah, I just tried to get on with as many people as possible. Of course, that's never gonna happen all the time. You do fall out with people because people are different. And people aren't very nice people or good people. And I'm not here for it. So yeah, but I wouldn't say there's a popular group, and if there was, then I wasn't in it. The last one, that I'm fun, kind and up for anything. And that's a nice one to leave it on, because I like to think that I am a fun person to be around, especially during this time. But normally I'm like trying to be the positive one. I try to keep spirits high. I feel like I try to keep things fun. Kind, yeah, I mean, I would do anything for people. Like, I'm very kind. Sometimes that's my worst trait, that I'm too nice to people. That just not worthy of my niceness. But so yeah, I would say I'm kind and I'm up for anything. Yeah, I mean, like I say, one, because I hate getting FOMO, but two, I don't like saying no to things. Like if the girls are like, shall we do this, even if I can't, I'll find a way. I'll find a way to fit it in, or do you know what I mean? I will try to do it. Life's too short. You just gotta be crazy, spontaneous. This time last year, me and my friend and a couple of our uni friends spontaneously booked a holiday a week before and went. And honestly, I wish I had that sort of ability to do that back, because that was great. I was living my best life. Little did I know, a month later, we would be in this mess. So yeah, I am up for anything. To be fair, there's not really much I don't like. Like, I'm not picky in that sense. I will just go with the flow. Like, if you want to do that, fine, I'll do it. I might not like it, but I'll do it anyway. Like, I don't really care. So that, I would say, it's a good assumption for me. They were nice ones. They weren't too mean, but I feel like I've been a bit of a mess in this video. I've not actually cried, thank God, but I think because I'm opening up a little bit on here and I don't know how I feel about it. But anyway, we'll give it a go. I don't really know, but I'm now ready. So we are done. I will list all the products down below. But yeah, give it a thumbs up if you did like it, and obviously before you leave, please subscribe. I will see you in my next one.